Yes, yes. Welcome back to another stream. Arsenal preview time, which is actually a major stream. Given the fact of the amplitude of this game, it's a huge match for City tonight. Huge match for Arsenal as well. But I feel like we can really put a dent in their title hopes tonight if we win, and we can firmly put it back in our hands, which is mad. I'm genuinely gassed. I'm excited for it. I'm nervous for it. But like always, we'll go for our predicted 11 stuff like that, what we think Pep will play tonight. Which there's big calls to make, especially at left back with Ake being out. We'll give our score predictions later on. But how are you feeling, bro?
Very confident. Going into the game. Just ready for this team to go out there and show what they're made of. You know, they've been playing really well over the last couple of months. 15-match unbeaten streak. They've dusted off Bayern Munich, dusted off Liverpool, they've dusted off Leipzig. And this is the game that if we do it tonight, boom. It's the league is not over, but for us not to go on and win the league if we win tonight would be a bottle job on our own part. And I think we're going to do it. I'm so confident. I'm backing the lads, man. I believe in these players, and I believe Pep's going to get the get what he needs to get out of the players tonight. I reckon we're going to do it, man. I reckon we're going to win.
Yeah, I back us. 100% back us. We should be confident. We're a very good side, and we're playing Arsenal at a very good time as well. Said the same thing about Bayern Munich. We're playing Bayern Munich at the best time because we're in good form. Now, obviously, there is a few changes that have to happen because Nathan Ake being out, but that doesn't mean that we should feel any less confident just because we're not Nathan Ake FC. We are still a good side without him in the team, and I just feel like they know exactly what they need to do. The team aren't going out there thinking about a draw's okay. This team should be going out there thinking we need to win this match, and that's the way it should be. And hopefully we get that done. Hopefully it's easier than I expect it to be because I don't expect it to be an easy game. But there's a lot of nerves flying about. I can see. I've seen loads of people on Twitter already giving the nerves. Benno last night, I seen him super chat last night. I'll put in the chat about his nerves, and he's just sent another super chat with a £2 saying, "I'm gone. Oh, I'm gonna need a defibrillator by the time I get to 80 yards, mate. By the time it's kickoff, I'll be needing the exact same thing." I'm genuinely nervous. I feel like you're not nervous at all, bro.
No, I'm nervous. Because it's a big game. But ultimately, this isn't Liverpool, man. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel that City should win tonight. And City have got the better team. We've got the better manager. Like, when you look at where our battles are, by the way, that doesn't mean Arsenal can't win tonight. But when you look at the battles we've had over the years with Liverpool, right? Liverpool turned up on their day and City turn up on their day. Either team could still win because they were both top sides. If City turn up at the best today, City win the game, regardless of what Arsenal do, because City are better than Arsenal. That's just a fact. It's a fact. So I just believe that City will turn up tonight. Erling Haaland, mate, he's so pumped. He is so pumped right now. You can see him on Twitter, man. All the shit that he's been putting out over Twitter over the last week. He's been waiting for this game for so long. Because you got to remember, bro, isn't it? This guy's not really won much in his career, like top tier trophies. And he wants to win this, and this can be the first one that he wins. So I reckon he's pumped for this. And he's been waiting for this. And the whole world is going to be watching this. Everyone's going to be watching tonight's match. All eyes are going to be on what can Erling Haaland do? Can he break the Premier League record tonight? He's gassing himself up. Kevin De Bruyne's been playing really well as well recently. And yeah, for that reason, I am nervous, but ultimately, I've got a lot of trust in these players. Didn't have trust in these players back in January, December. Didn't have trust in them. But now they've earned my trust. And for that reason, yeah, maybe the nerve levels are not as high as maybe they are for some other people because I just trust that the players are going to go out there and get the job done.
Yeah, like, I'm nervous, but the nerves shouldn't be misplaced for me being not confident in the team. I'm nervous because it's a high stakes game. If we lose this game, like obviously on our day we should beat Arsenal, like you say, should being the key word, because it doesn't. It's football. It doesn't work like that. I mean, we should have beat Southampton in the Carabao Cup. That didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? We should have beat Nottingham Forest. That we are the better side. It's football. Football things don't always turn out the way you want them to. But I do feel like all the players will be up for this, massively up for this. We've seen how Ruben Diaz has been up for these Champions League games recently. I feel like it'll be no different tonight. It will be absolutely no different tonight. Douglas Wright in the chat there says, I worry that all the pressure is off Arsenal. The pressure is massively on Arsenal, though.
Well, he's right and he's wrong, and you're right and you're wrong. And the reason I think that is because the pressure is there, because if they don't win tonight, I think most people will say...
Most people will be saying City won the league.
City won the league. So the pressure is on. However, if you look at the game as an individual basis, no one expects Arsenal to really win. So then the pressure's off. So it depends which way you sort of look at it. I believe that there is still pressure on. It depends. If Arsenal think they can win the title, if the players are still sat there in the dressing room going, nah, we can still win this game, we can still beat Manchester City, then the pressure's on because they have to win to keep that title going. But if they've been sat there over the last week going, you know what, we ain't going to be able to win this title, City are just too good, then maybe the pressure is off because they'll go into the game thinking the league's already gone. And
that's pure L mentality, that though.
It is an L mentality, but
surely they can't have that.
But for me, they've shown L mentality over the last week. They've shown L mentality. You know what I mean? They've been 2-0 up against Liverpool, drawn. 2-0 up against West Ham, drawn. 3-1 down against Southampton, drawn 3-3. They've been showing signs of L mentality. As I say, Mikel Antonio, he's been talking, hasn't he, and saying the guy he knows at Arsenal said all the players are speaking about Manchester City. They are showing signs of L mentality. That's just the truth. That's not digging at Arsenal. They're showing signs of that. And Mikel Antonio is saying that he's spoken to people who've said that they're speaking about City, showing more signs of that L mentality. So maybe that'll actually work though in this specific game as a sort of benefit for them, because they're coming into the game going, this is just too sick. City are too sick, and therefore the pressure's off. But if I'm an Arsenal fan, if I'm anyone at the club who believes that we could win the league, then clearly the pressure is on because they need to win the game. Even a draw is not a great result. A draw is a bad result for Arsenal tonight, and they put themselves in this position through their poor results. So for me, I think the pressure is on because I think that Arsenal still have the ability to win the league. But if, you've seen some Arsenal fans come out and sort of say, nah, the league's over. You've seen some people saying, writing Arsenal off. If you're one of them, then maybe you'll be of the persuasion that the pressure's off because they can't win the league and therefore they come into City just to sort of have a shoot at it.
I'm interested in the way the game goes, actually, and how Arsenal set up in that. It's I'm glad we're at home. Is something that I'm buzzing about because Etihad has been like a fortress this year. So I'm glad we're at home. And the backers, obviously, hopefully the atmosphere is like sick. Obviously, Pep's alluded to that as well. Hopefully it's meant they are meeting the team bus at 6:30, I think it is. For people who want to get down and go to that. I think there's posts on Twitter for people who go into that. Mohammed with the 2 says hopefully the players don't underestimate Arsenal. Yeah, they should not underestimate Arsenal. They should not underestimate Arsenal at all. They should not go into this game thinking, oh yeah, easy win, we're the better side. They shouldn't be doing that. Confidence is key, but to underestimate Arsenal is shooting yourself in the foot because they have a good side.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now, there's no need to disrespecting Arsenal or anything. It's just respect them for what they've done. They've had a great season, and respect them tonight. But go out there and perform at your best. And if City perform at the best, they'll win the game. So that's what they need to be focused on. Just focus on themselves and go out there and win that match.
It's gonna be wild. It's crazy because like if we do win this game, we have the chance to go top of the league this weekend. Is mad. That's insane. So hopefully.
And that's the prize.
Yeah, that's it. And then at the end of the day, the players want to win the Premier League, get it. So if you want to, I've been saying to me, you want to win the Premier League, go beat Arsenal. You put yourself in such a driving in the driving seat massively if you go beat Arsenal. Is that we have a loss in the bank?
Yeah.
We beat Arsenal, we've got a loss in the bank. That's mint or 2 draws, is it? Something like that. I can't remember what it is. That's mint. That's honestly, that's so good going into the final part of the season, especially because there are some difficult games from both sides. I mean, we still got to play Brighton, so have they. They've got to play Newcastle. We both still got to play Chelsea. So us having that draw or loss in the bank and them not having that at all is major, because that means that them to the end of the season will have to look at the season going, we can't drop points at all in any games going forward. And that's what we've been saying for the past couple of months. It's kind of role reversal. Like we've been doing it. Can you now do it?
And I like Massam's super chat here because I resonate with this a lot. He says, I worry because how not worried I am for tonight. I'm like that,
I
bro.
see loads of people like this, you know. I see loads of people on Twitter saying the same thing.
Yeah, I just back in the players so much, and I'm just like, the only thing that could happen tonight is it maybe a dodgy decision, or we don't play well. Because if we play well, we create chances. We score goals because Erling Haaland's our striker. So, yeah, it does worry me a little bit, because I would not be feeling like this if this was Liverpool of last year and years gone by. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way to Arsenal. I'm saying it in like a massively positive way to Liverpool, because Liverpool were just on a different planet. You know what I mean? They were incredible. Of course, City were clearly as well, because we got the better of them in the league over the last 5 years. But I just look at this Arsenal team and I don't see them having what Liverpool have, and for that reason, I'm very, very confident. But at the same time, I know that I should be seriously more worried than I am. So like Massam, I do resonate with Massam a lot. That it worries me a little bit how not worried I am. And will the players be like that? Surely not.
I think Pep will have the players dialed in, you know. Like you said, the gas for this game, bro. The gas, bro. They're going to be dialed in 100%. You got Pep to do that, Ruben Diaz to do that. Pep will have them sorted out, you know. He'll have them ready for this. I just hope we have a good start, man. I hope we have a good start to this game. First 10 minutes, man, are going to be wild. It's going to be wild. It's such a big game. Like you said, bro, the world's watching, isn't it?
The world is watching, man.
World
All
is
eyes
watching
are
this
on
game
this.
of football.
All eyes are on this game.
Because it's like a title decider, isn't it?
Well, it what it does is it doesn't decide the title, but it heavily sways the balance to one team. And Arsenal need a win. Arsenal need a win. And I say this again, and I'm going to say it, and I know it'll piss off a lot of people in the chat, but a draw is a good result for City tonight, because a draw takes it out of Arsenal's hands and only into the hands of Manchester City. It's then Manchester City would have to lose the title if we get a draw tonight. Now, I don't want a draw. I want to win. I believe we will win the game. But a draw's no good to Arsenal. A draw ain't no good to us. It's then in our hands, and they've still got to go to, and they've still got to go to St James's Park. They've still got to play Brighton. They've still got to play Chelsea. I know we've got a couple of difficult games ourselves, but if a draw for Arsenal tonight, that's 4 games without a win in the Premier League.
I know that's terrible form, that.
And then people are all of a sudden going, yeah, but then they're going to win the rest of the games. Well, hang on a minute. If they don't win tonight, that's 4 in a row. Where are you just magically assuming that they're going to go win every single game for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Even though they've not won in the last 4. So,
and they've got really difficult fixtures as well.
And they've got hard fixtures. And City have got relatively easier fixtures. So, yeah, I think City will win the game. But the fact that Arsenal need to win, and even if Arsenal win the game tonight, they only need to drop points in a single game, and City can overtake them again. So there's huge pressure on Arsenal tonight in terms of the title race. Let's see if they'll deliver. Big up to Dave with the 10. Says, there is a saying in wrestling that goes like this: to be the man, you got to beat the man. So Arsenal, if you want to be champions, you got to beat the champions. Yeah, 100%.
That's true, that. Coming to the home of the champions, isn't it? So got to beat us to... It certainly feels like they have to beat us to win the league. That's how it feels. And I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans are in that same position.
Yeah, I think so. I think a draw, they're still in it, but it then puts huge pressure on the next 3 games, because you'd expect City to beat Fulham away. You'd expect City to beat West Ham at home. You'd expect City to beat Leeds at home. That's our next 3 Premier League fixtures, and that's before the Real Madrid game. So don't start talking about Real Madrid. And then Arsenal, in them same 3 fixtures, have got Chelsea, Brighton, and Newcastle. So, there's huge pressure.
Heavy, innit? Heavy. Frederick the 14 says it's time for Haaland, top of the league. It could be this weekend. If we win tonight, massive chance for City to take top spot this weekend. Which is big. I feel like it feels like ages since we've been top of the league, bro.
I know.
I don't remember where the last time was. I feel like last time it was just like us.
Apparently, it was the last time we beat Arsenal in the league.
Was it?
That long ago.
Ah, man, that's time ago.
That was a long time ago. Should we go through the predicted 11 then?
Yes.
Let's go through predicted 11. Obviously, Edison to start in goal. And then there is a little bit of a debate in the centre-back, in the defensive situations. Obviously, spoke about it at length yesterday as well on the Avengers show.
First thing first, Diaz is playing, isn't it?
Diaz will start.
Diaz plays. Stones plays in the right back / inverted role, yeah? Or no?
I'd actually put Stones in the centre-back position because that's basically what he does now, isn't it? That's his new role, centre-back / CDM. It's not really a right back anymore.
because it is actually a Kanji who plays right back. It's actually it's just because of the way that it first started out. Because the Stones will slot backwards and Kanji goes to the right hand side. He just splits the defence, doesn't he? So we're saying Stones, yeah?
Yeah, Stones.
100%. Right now, this is where it becomes interesting because Ake is out, and I've seen a lot of different shouts. So many different shouts. I've seen shouts for Rico Lewis to play right back, or left back. I've seen shouts for Akanji to play in the left back role and Walker to play as that right-sided centre back. I've seen shouts for Laporte just to play as a left back role to keep it simple. Laporte in and Akanji in. There's a lot of different options, bro. So you could play Bernardo Silva left back, even though you got dusted by Saka. You could play Phil Foden left back if you wanted to. Where's your headline, bro?
Well, tell us yours because most people know where I'm at because I said it on the Avengers. But so let us know where you're at.
There's a slight part of me that says play Akanji left back, Walker right back because I feel like that might work a little bit. But my head. That was only a slight bit. My head just says keep it simple. Laporte, Akanji. Laporte might get dusted, but that's where we're at.
Yeah. That's where I'm at as well. I'm not entirely happy with it.
Yeah, same.
Not entirely happy with Laporte being on that left side, but I don't think it's worth changing Akanji up. And putting then Walker in. Walker, is he the best at build-up play? No. So then you've got that issue as well. So, and would Akanji be as secure on the left as he is on the right? Maybe not. So then again, you look at it.
So what? Cause imagine Akanji goes left hand side and that's absolutely shits the bed on that side because you've just switched him completely. And he has a shocker. Then you're going, we should have just played Laporte.
So yeah, Laporte to start. But he's gonna have a really, really tough night. I think going up against Saka could be tricky. And I think that's where Arsenal have to target.
Do you think if City get this is hypothetically speaking and obviously a dream scenario, but say if we get like a 2-goal cushion, like 2-goal lead at some point, would you be looking at maybe switching up in the second half? Say we go up 2 goals, you're like, you know what, might be time to, or maybe just adding Kyle Walker into that mix just to shore us up a little bit, or would you just be like, nah, full send, keep it going?
Depends how the game's going. I think if we're on top of them, stick at it. But if it's a really close game and we find ourselves 2-0 up and you sat there at half time thinking, how the fuck are we 2-0 up?
Yeah.
Then I would consider locking it down.
Yeah.
Because
same.
they'd have to score 3 goals then to get a good result. And we'd have to concede 2 to be disappointed. You know what I mean? But a draw is still a decent result for us. So it depends how the game's going. But I would consider locking it down if we go 2-0 up, especially if the game's tight.
If the game's tight,
your walk
on. King Kai's with a 5 says, I think that if we score early, it'll cause them to panic. That kind of scares me, if I'm being honest. But I'll back our team to show up. GG Peppers. Peppers soon come, bro. Don't worry about it. I've seen the transfer links, innit? I've seen the rumours for Peppers. But yeah, an early goal would be nice, but they're not too early. Like we've seen Southampton with they scored too early. So that'd be nice though. It'd calm a few nerves anyway. Ibby with a 5. It says Guna here. If there's any weakness in your team right now, what is it? Question mark. 'Cause I'm struggling. I'm absolutely bricking it. I enjoy your previews. Yes, Ibby. Good luck tonight. Not too much luck. But if you're looking for a weakness in our side, it's going to be the left back spot. Because Nathan Ake is not there. We're going to be playing Laporte there, who isn't as good as Nathan Ake at that role. So Laporte needs to be dialed in. That's where if I was Arsenal, I'd be looking at capitalising on that part, and you've got Saka there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll be a key battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Dynamo Drillers Craig with a 20 months says Edison, Laporte, Diaz, Stones, Akanji, Rodri, Gundo, KDB, Grealish, Mahrez, Haaland for me. Yes, Dynamo Drillers Craig with your team. On that, should we go to our midfield?
Mm-hmm.
I think we both know it's Rodri. I think we know it's KDB, and this is where people could question it, but I'd be putting Gundogan in.
I don't think anyone's questioning it. I'd be very surprised if anyone's going for a midfield other than that tonight. Yeah, I really would.
I agree. I think people might have shouted for Bernardo, but I don't think so. Not in the midfield anyway. Gundogan's been crucial to the way that this system works. Absolutely crucial. Attackers wise, we all know it's Erling Haaland up top, 100%. Left wing, Jack Grealish. Right wing, there's a little bit of debate. Bernardo or Mahrez. Obviously, Mahrez just got a hat-trick against Sheffield, but hasn't really been featuring too much recently. Bernardo has been playing in the big games, contrary to Ramadan Mahrez, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, and Mr. Champions League Mahrez. Bernardo is the one that's been doing well for us. He did really well against both Bayern Munich in both legs. Brings that energy, and for me, I've got to go Team Bernardo.
Yeah, me too. I go Bernardo Silva, get that energy on there. I think he could give Zinchenko or Tierney, whoever plays there tonight, a really tough time. And as well as Mahrez did against Sheffield United, Bernardo's done it against Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? And for that reason, Mahrez, it's disappointing for him. He's going to be fuming, and it's sad to not put him in the team. But for me, I think I've got to run with that. You've got him on the bench. Should you need goals, you can bring him on off the substitute bench. But for me, I think you've got to go Bernardo Silva. You get that energy in there, helps out defensively, can track back. And that would be the team that I run tonight.
Yeah, I'm massively back that team. I think that's a great team. I think that's the team that we should be playing. It doesn't overcomplicate it just because one player's out. You're just putting Laporte in there and sticking with the same system that we know has been working. Now we just got to hope that Laporte steps up and does well against Saka. I think Grealish will have a lot of work to do coming back on that left-hand side.
He probably will, yeah.
But
I don't think.
That, though,
yeah, but I don't think that's really for me where Saka's going to hurt us. I think Saka would hurt us in quick transition.
Yeah.
So the ball gets, maybe we lose the ball in midfield or something, and they get the ball out straight away to Saka. By which point, Grealish isn't going to be able to come back and help out anyway, and he's going to be running directly at Laporte. I think Saka tonight has to be going direct at Laporte. I think that's what he has to do from an Arsenal point of view. Laporte is really difficult, man. It's really difficult. I've seen a few people say he did well against Salah back in 2019. Played a different position. He played a completely different position to what he's going to be playing tonight. So it's going to be difficult for him, and I just hope that he can come through it. I'm not a particular, and this isn't a reaction. I've said this for time. I don't think he's particularly great in that area of the pitch, Laporte. And with Saka, with his pace and trickery, it's going to be interesting to see how we can deal with it. But that is the team that I'd run with. I don't think there's any real better options. I don't see the point in moving Akanji to left and bringing Walker in, because then you're messing up two positions. What's the point in that?
It's going too complicated for me then. Like you start veering off from what we're good at and what's been working for us when you start doing things like that. I mean, this has been working for us. So we've just got to kind of allow the Laporte situation. But like plenty of people have said, and people in the chat have said, like, look, he's still a quality centre back. He just, when he plays left back, it's a little bit less. But hopefully he's been practicing that all week, because I think they would have known as soon as Ake got that injury that he's going to be playing that position. So they would have been hammering him out.
It does make me wonder though, if Pep Guardiola might run Bernardo on that left-sided of midfield just to give Laporte that extra protection.
Basically put the energy there. But then would that mean that sacrificing Gundo?
It would mean sacrificing Gundo, yeah.
Which is a bit of a
depends how much Pep Guardiola's worrying about this left-sided centre-back situation. If he's really worrying about it, if you're really panicking about Laporte, then you probably would play Bernardo left-sided centre mid and then tell Bernardo to get back in there and help Laporte. If he's not really that arsed about it, he'll play Gundogan. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I just seen Beyond Belief saying that he hopes Cole Palmer gets minutes tonight. I wouldn't be looking at that just yet. You know what I mean? If Cole Palmer's going to be getting minutes, then that means that we're comfortable. We're comfortably ahead. So I back that. So I hope so too. Hamadness with a 74.99. Yes, Hamadness, mate. He says, Arsenal aren't ready for this. Atmosphere at the Etihad will kill them. City 3-0. Come on, City. We're going to win this. 0 nerves. Man's ice cold out here. Doesn't even care, bro. He's like, yo, I just know we're going to win this. That's Hamadness energy right there. I rate that. Go on, Hamadness.
That's big
mate.
energy.
It is big energy. Yeah, hopefully atmosphere at the Etihad is going to be mega. Hopefully. And Varzi with a 5. Yes, it's Varzi, mate. Says, like I said before, City 2-0. Erling Haaland to score on the 34th minute and the 67th minute. I remember you said that the other day, actually. He says, I'm from the future. That is the score. I would like £100 if I'm correct, JPLB. I mean,
we'll put it on a bookie then.
Bookies then, yeah. We ain't no bookies. Who do you think this is? Bet Extra. Cheers, Vaz, innit? But Vazi put the 5 on, innit? Thinking that we'd give him odds. But it ain't it. Sorry, Vazi, mate.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that team. I'm happy with that team. I think that's the best team to put out there. Score predictions then, Bray.
I'm going to say 3-1 City.
I've been saying 2-1 for most of the week. However,
I was thinking 2-1 before, but then I'm kind of in the mindset that if we are 2-1 up, I think they're going to full send in that last 10-15 minutes, and I think we could nick a goal then.
Yeah, I was going to go 3-0, but because Laporte's playing on that left-hand side, it does worry me. So I'm going to go 3-1 as well. I'm going to up my score to 3-1. I think we'll get some goals tonight, especially if that Rob Holding's playing at centre-back. I think Haaland should be able to feast, man. So I'm going to go 3-1 City.
So confirmed players that are out for this game is just Saliba for Arsenal and Ake for us, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently Xhaka did train yesterday.
Oh, did it? Because I've seen people saying about Xhaka not starting. I was like, is that a thing?
Yeah, he might not start. He did train apparently yesterday, but Mikel Arteta still said yesterday in the press conferences that it's a doubt. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I think he would be a big miss. I think he'd be a big miss.
Yeah. That'd be mad. That I'm really, really, really looking forward to seeing lineups coming out. You know, really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I hope Pep don't do no madness. You know, don't do a madness, Pep, please.
please no. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Of course, we've got the live watch along coming for you tonight. Starting at 7 p.m. We'll have all the team news reaction, all the pre-game build-up for what is so far the biggest game of the season. Guys, you cannot miss tonight's watch along. It's going to be insane. We've also got a match day vlog coming from Hugh as well. Obviously, he's making his way over now, and he's going to be doing some vlogging, so you can check that out as well. That's pretty interesting, especially depending on the score.
Yeah.
Big up to Varzi with the 2. Says going to be working, so we'll miss most of the game. That is pain.
That Varzi. At least you won't have to go for the stress of watching the match, though, innit? Do you know what I mean? But then I think I'd be stressed more. Yeah, I think I'd be stressed more not watching the match because I'd want to know what's going on.
Yeah, that is. So
pain. Yeah, that is pain. That Varzi.
Right then, buzzing. I guess that's it.
Time for talk is done, bro.
Yeah, the time for talking is over until 7 p.m. where we talk for an hour. But yeah, it's going to be crazy, guys. Make sure you join us tonight, man, for the pre-match build. If you go into the game, enjoy the game. If not, make sure you get on the watch along, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be hype. You guys need to be bringing the energy tonight. We'll do our best to bring the energy too. The stream will automatically redirect you to the watch along. Do us a favor when you get redirected right now. Go and smash the thumbs up button, man. So when we start the stream later on, the likes are already sky high.
Yeah,
do us a massive solid. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in what, like 4 or 5 hours, something like that.
Yeah, 4 hours, innit?
Not long.
Madness. All right, see you in a bit.
Peace out, people.